Hello and welcome, dear electronic music addicts, to another episode of the Electronic Music Addicts podcast. Welcome. Glad to have you with us for this deep dive into the world of electronic music. It's always buzzing, isn't it? Today, we're trying to, unpack some of the biggest recent happenings. Things like those huge festival moments, game-changing new tracks. We really want to dig into what's behind the headlines, find those little surprises. So on the agenda today, first up, the insane sellout story of ASOT Trance Mexico. It's quite something. Then we'll jump over to Armin van Buuren, his two really different, really spectacular sets at Tomorrowland. And finally, we're going to shift gears totally and look at Paul Kalkbrenner's new single, 92. It's got us thinking. Should be good. Okay, let's kick things off with ASOT Mexico, a story that started with, well, let's be honest, a fair bit of chaos. Yeah, lots of frustration, complaints flying around online, but now it's turned into this massive celebration for trance fans there. State of Trance Mexico 2025. It's completely sold out, done, finished. And the speed was just, oh, wow. All the tickets for Armin's big return to Mexico City. Gone. Snap right up. ASO announced it pretty quickly on social media, right? With that video showing how hyped the fans were.
Oh yeah, the video captured it perfectly. Pure excitement. But getting those tickets, that was another story entirely.
Smooth it was not, I gather.
Smooth. No, definitely not the word. Anyone trying to buy tickets went through, well, a real ordeal. It was pretty chaotic. First, there was this, surprise pre-sale, popped up Tuesday, June 24th, caused a bit of a frenzy.
Right, catching people off guard.
Exactly. Then Wednesday, the 25th, the Banamex pre-sale. Plagued with technical glitches. People were just stuck, getting errors. Really frustrating.
The classic ticketing nightmare.
You know it. And it didn't stop there. Thursday, June 26th, the general sale on Ticketmaster. Still buggy. Errors. And weirdly, random prices showing up for different people.
Random prices, seriously.
Yeah, it was messy. A real battle for thousands just to even get a look in. But despite all that, the demand was just huge, overwhelming.
And that's the wild part, isn't it? The Velodromo Olimpico, November 8th, sold out. More than 4 months to go.
Incredible.
So does that struggle, that chaos almost, add to the hype? Or is it just pure love for Armin and ASOT overcoming the problems?
That's a great point.
Yeah.
It's probably a bit of both. Look, the tech issues are bad, no question. But seeing it sell out despite them, it says a lot. First, it just confirms how strong trance still is in Mexico. That community is passionate, dedicated.
They'll fight for it.
They will. And second, it shows Armin and the ASOT team are still totally committed to that region, still making history there. Kind of becomes part of the story for the fans who did get tickets. That shared struggle makes getting in feel even bigger. It really underlines the connection.
Yeah, that makes sense. And you can't really separate this excitement from Armin himself, right? Especially with his new album, Breathe. That feels like a new chapter for him, personally and musically. Do you think that recent creative energy is, fueling all this? The ASOT hype, too?
Oh, absolutely. Breathe is more than just tracks. It's him signaling this evolution. And that vibe definitely carries over into everything else he's doing. And when you think about it, ASOT itself isn't just a party. It's always been this philosophy, maybe, a community hub. It's cultivated loyalty for years.
Decades, really?
Right. And this sellout just proves that philosophy is alive and well. And hey, for anyone listening who couldn't get tickets, don't despair. The ASOT spirit carries on. We'll definitely be covering everything, the lineup, the vibe, all of it, closer to the date. So you'll still get a piece of the action.
Good point. Okay, sticking with Armin, let's pivot to another massive moment for him recently. Tomorrowland 2025.
Okay.
2 sets. And they were spectacular, but also showed incredible versatility, completely different stages, totally different feels. Let's start with the first one, Saturday, July 19th. The Freedom Stage. What was that experience like?
The Freedom Stage. Yeah, that set felt specifically curated, reserved for the real trance heads, lovers of those darker, deeper sounds, closer to his roots.
For the purists.
Exactly. He was clearly signaling, this one's for my hardcore fans. He played tracks like Let It Be For Love, his collab with JOA, Heavy, which has that driving feel. Also dropped Techno Trance, his track with Adam Beyer. That one's a monster, proper techno groove meets trance melody.
Oh yeah, that Beyer collab is something else.
Isn't it? And a real highlight for many, myself included, was when he mashed up his own space case with Cosmic Gate's absolute classic exploration of space.
Wow, classic. Nice.
It felt like a real gift, a nod to the history.
So what was the overall vibe, the essence of that Freedom Stage set?
I mean, the essence was really a return to his trance foundations, but definitely not just retro. It was blended really skillfully with more techno influences. It felt modern, experimental in places, but still had that classic Armin core.
Yeah.
High energy, 138 BPM territory, euphoric, but sometimes, darker atmospheres. Perfect for that state.
A deliberate artistic choice, then.
Totally. Statement about where he comes from and where he's exploring now.
Okay, then fast forward a week. Friday, July 25th. The main stage, the huge one. How did Armin shift gears for that?
Oh, complete transformation. On the main stage, he was the showman, the master of ceremonies, commanding that enormous crowd. And the music selection reflected that, much more diverse. He brought in the big room anthems naturally.
Gotta fill that space.
Exactly. But also psytrance elements, progressive, definitely techno still in the mix. And those uplifting trance sounds he does so well, plus some classics, but remixed for that massive scale. He opened with Heavy, again actually, the JOA collab, shows how versatile that track is.
Right.
Then just drop banger after banger, rockin' with the best, mashed with great spirit. RG's Area, that On Tune and Indecent Noise remix is killer, and his track with Maddox, Mouth Go Lala. Just relentless energy designed to keep tens of thousands moving. Every choice felt deliberate for that specific audience.
Yeah, and I have to mention that moment with Set Me Free. Having Sasha there singing live, just incredible. It feels like he's bringing more of those pure, uplifting vocal tracks back lately, which is great to hear.
Agreed. It adds such an emotional layer.
And the closing, a new remix of This Is What It Feels Like. That just hit differently, didn't it?
Oh, absolutely. So emotive, powerful, but also packed with nostalgia. You could feel the whole crowd connect on that one. A massive sing-along moment.
Perfect ending.
It really was. And taking both sets together, it just proves, again, why Armin is still such a pillar of the scene globally. The Freedom Stage was like this intimate, knowing gift for the longtime fans. While the main stage was a masterclass in connecting with a huge, diverse audience without losing his core identity, it really showed like two sides of the same coin.
Two faces of the same artist.
Perfectly put. Two visions working together beautifully. He knows exactly how to deliver for different crowds, different moments.
Okay, let's completely switch gears now. Let's dive into a different sonic world altogether. The world of Paul Kalkbrenner, hugely influential producer, especially in European techno. And he's just released something new, something really interesting, 92. And 92 isn't just a standalone single, it's basically the introduction, the calling card for his next album, The Essence, which is coming in October. First album in a while, right? So anticipation is high.
Very high. And 92 itself, it's fascinating because the concept behind it sort of plays with or even challenges the whole idea of nostalgia. He uses this classic sample one you'd hear on tons of UK rave compilations back in the 90s, instantly recognizable to some.
Okay.
But he doesn't just, sample it and call it a day. He reimagines its context. He's almost creating this alternate timeline. It's like he's asking, what if that sound, that specific rave energy, had just kept evolving naturally without being interrupted by trends or fading away? What would it sound like now?
Huh. That's a really cool way to think about it. Not just looking back, but projecting forward from the past.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's not melancholic nostalgia. It's more like a speculative sonic history. It's a thought experiment in track form.
So, conceptually deep, how does that translate musically? What's the track actually like?
The track itself is, exquisite is the word that comes to mind. It's almost purely instrumental. No need for big vocal hooks or flashy effects. It feels quite raw, very direct, but still deeply emotional. It's like hearing a half-forgotten sound suddenly return, but stronger, clearer. And in a way, it's Kalkbrenner making a statement, isn't it? He's saying, I don't need to chase trends or reinvent myself, because the essence of my sound, this techno sound, was always timeless.
Always ahead of the curve.
Precisely.
Yeah.
Just letting it breathe again, reminding us of its power.
And there's a music video too, right? On his YouTube channel. Does that tie into this idea of timelessness?
Oh, definitely. The video is key. It visually blends these big sweeping shots from his live shows, landscapes almost, with these grainy VHS-style clips. It gives you that feeling of being sort of unstuck in time between eras. You get hints of that post-wall Berlin aesthetic, nods to old illegal rave flyers from the 90s. But there's no real story, no narrative. Instead, it focuses on feelings. Movement, the crowd, maybe a sense of searching, repetition. Paul himself on stage, the crowd responding, and all underscored by those precise, hypnotic rhythms Kalkbrenner is known for. The visuals, like the music, aren't about past or future. They suggest this ongoing parallel evolution.
A continuous loop.
Kinda, yeah. So 92 feels like much more than just another single drop. It's this artistic statement about techno's enduring quality, about how sounds can keep developing if artists give them space. And yeah, it definitely signals a new phase for him. Parts of Life was 2018, right?
Yeah, 6 years ago.
So the essence feels like a big deal, a chance to really dive back into his sonic world.
Absolutely. Count me in as eagerly awaiting that album. It'll be great to unpack the universe of, well, one of modern techno's true greats. So as we wrap up this depth dive, it's pretty clear today how much passion still drives the scene. From the fans battling for tickets to the artists constantly pushing themselves. We saw that dedication with ASOT Mexico, and then the sheer artistic range with Armin's sets and this deep conceptual work from Kalkbrenner. It's impressive.
It really is. And it leaves us with something to think about, maybe for you listening. How do artists like Armin and Kalkbrenner manage this balancing act, honoring their history, their roots, while still pushing into new territory? How does that keep electronic music evolving and relevant? What does it mean for the philosophy of sound, as we were saying, when one artist can connect with original fans and bring in new ones, bridging those gaps across genres and generations? They're not just making music for today, they're actively shaping what electronic music will sound like tomorrow. Something to ponder.
Thank you so much for tuning into this episode of the EMA podcast. Don't forget to follow us for more information and analysis about the world of electronic music. See you soon. And remember, turn the world into a dance floor.